Broadcast a Major League Baseball game would be my dream. If I had to be specific about it, I grew up in Dallas, spent 3 summers working for the Rangers, was a diehard fan of the Rangers. My mentor, Eric Nadel, is currently the voice of the Rangers on the radio side. He and I communicate often, and I would love nothing more. I joke with him that he needs to hold on to the job until I'm ready, and maybe I can take over for him, which would actually be incredibly tough because he's so loved in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But I think being able to be at home, just because I have family there, I got a nephew who I adore that is 16 months old, to be able to be around my family, my brothers, my parents, my nephew, my friends, and to be able to broadcast Texas Rangers games, the team that I grew up loving, would be probably a dream come true more than any other. But I won't be greedy in this industry, and just being able to call baseball at the major league level or any sport at the highest level, NFL, NBA, would be special.
I've noticed you're a very loyal person. You stick to your roots in Texas, obviously diehard Trojan. And I've noticed all the Trojans, they love to wear the scarlet and gold, but
Cardinal and gold.
Cardinal and gold, I'm sorry, Cardinal. I've noticed you wear a lot of different other college shirts, hence today the North Carolina baseball. Just wondering, do you ever get any mess from the other Trojans about wearing other people's clothing?
Well, I don't. I pick my spots. Now this, first of all, incredibly comfortable shirt. As the manager at SC, I was fortunate to meet other managers from other schools. We played North Carolina, and exchanges may or may not have been made of equipment. And I actually don't. I would normally, when I would do the exchanges, I would give it away to friends that, if I had a buddy, for instance, that grew up near Oregon State's campus, I gave him the stuff that I got from Oregon State, because I would never be caught dead wearing Oregon State stuff. But I grew up with my family being from South Africa. I didn't grow up rooting for a college that they went to. My dad went to Witwatersrand, and if Witwatersrand was ever on ESPN, I'm sure I'd be pulling for them more than any other school. But North Carolina was a school from a very young age that I always loved, and now SC is the school I root for more than any other, and I'm Cardinal and gold till the day I die. But I've always loved UNC, and when we played them, I took advantage of the opportunity to get some of their gear. And come on, who doesn't look good in baby blue? The UNC clothing is just the coolest to wear, other than SC, of course. So I wore this once into the clubhouse at SC, thinking no one would be there, and I was going to change out of it, and some people were there, and I definitely got some grief for that. But I like to pick my spots when I wear other schools' clothing.
Looks like I'm going to have to get you a Titans baseball shirt for a real Southern California baseball school.
Hey, relax. Watch what she say.
I was also, you get to travel with the team, be with the team, stay in the hotels. I was wondering, do you enjoy the grind, the bus rides of the minor leagues?
I do. I love movies, and that helps me get through a lot of it. To me, this is fun. I don't think that I could get through this if I couldn't withstand a bus ride, if I couldn't, deal with being on the road. But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm broadcasting professional baseball games, and I get to sit behind a microphone and watch a sport that I love watching. And when I get to the hotel, I do a lot of work towards that. I get to catch up on maybe a TV show here and there, get to watch TV. I don't have a TV in Great Falls. We don't have cable where I stay, so I get to watch SportsCenter. It's the only time I get to watch SportsCenter, really. And that's always nice. But, the grind doesn't bother me. I remember last summer was the first summer that I broadcasted games over the course of a summer, back to back to back. This type of environment. It was a 70-game season, and after the 70th game, I could have done 70 more, without question. And I'm sure I'll feel the same way after the final game this year.
Sticking with that, what's your favorite venue in the Pioneer League? I know we haven't been to Casperado Falls yet, but can you talk about your favorite venue in the Pioneer League?
As far as the ballpark or just city?
Ballpark and atmosphere.
As far as Billings is pretty cool. I have a nice setup. I have a different perspective because a lot of it's based on the press box and my individual setup. And Billings, I get my own booth. It's a great ballpark. The fans, are always, they always pack the dealer park. And I don't know if you guys notice this, but I've said this on the air, but it smells like baseball. You got the different food smells, the grass. I got to get the dealer donuts, which is, they have a little stand there, and I got to get it because I smell it every day. It smells so good. But then you got the Stang burger, which I don't know if you've tried, but it's just absolutely awesome. So Billings was fun. We don't really get to stay in Helena. And Missoula, the town of Missoula is awesome too. I don't think anyone will complain about going to Missoula and staying there. Obviously, you said Casper, Idaho Falls we haven't been to. Orem's neat. Ogden was really cool. I really liked Ogden. I thought that was nice, and they catered in the press box, so we got some really nice food there. Food's big. I love food.
Yeah. Staying with being in Billings, our first game was here at Billings. That was your first professional game. Can you talk about that a little bit? Nervous, anxious, excited? How were you feeling that game?
I didn't know if I would be nervous or not. I was nervous last year, the first game I called with the Brainerd Lakes Area Lunkers, which is part of the Northwoods League. My heart was pounding. They play a minute billboard, as they call it, where they read all the sponsors back in the station. This game's brought to you by such and such and such and such. And I knew that was kind of my countdown, and my heart was pounding. I didn't know it would be like that this year. And 30 minutes out, I was kind of fine. I had all my stuff done, but once they played that billboard, once KMON played the billboard, which wasn't nearly as long, my heart started pounding again. And luckily, we have a pregame show, and that kind of, just like layup lines for basketball players, gets them loose, and you guys take BP and throw and stuff like that. That's kind of my warm-up period, and getting through the pregame was easy. And then once the game started, you don't have time to think. I mean, as slow as people think baseball is, as a broadcaster, there's always stuff going on. And so got settled in. It wasn't a perfect game, but it was nice to get the first one under my belt. And at the end of the game, I was able to take a step back and say, hey, I finally called a professional baseball game. So it was cool. But no, there definitely were some nerves.
I got a special shout out from avid listeners of the Great Falls Voyagers, Mike and Terry Rath. They want to say thank you for doing a great job, but they want you to know that I throw a slider and not a curveball.
Yeah, pitch identification is it's a work in progress.
You're doing a great job, Jared. From all the players, we want to thank you, and thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much, and to all the parents out there, I really appreciate all the support. All of you guys have been great, so thank you.
That's it for me. We're done here. Hope you guys enjoy the first interview with Jared Sandler. Have a great one and stick with us in the second half push. Great Falls Voyagers.